Hey guys, what's up? My name is JC. This is now showing here on your Daily Fix. For those of you who don't know, Now Showing is a show where I go see a new movie for hot and fresh off the presses. I give it a grade, kind of like what we got in school, and I let you guys know what I think about it. This week, I went and saw The Amazing Spider-Man 2, starring Andrew Garfield, Emma Stone, Jamie Foxx, and a bunch of other people. My upfront review of the movie is that it says it right in the title. This movie was amazing. Quite possibly one of my favorite movies of the year thus far. I put it right like Winter Soldier and Amazing Spider-Man. This one might be better than the Winter Soldier. I don't want to just go off my gut before I just put something as bold out there as that, but it was that good. Before we get into the main actors of the film, I want to let you know that I am going to kind of gloss over Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone because we did see them in the first Amazing Spider-Man. We already kind of saw what they can do and what they bring to the characters, but they were both great in this film again. A lot of chemistry. We saw that chemistry in the first movie that brought together their real life relationship, and they were really great. There's great emotion. There's great tension throughout the film, through these two, through other people as well. But on to the new characters, to the new cast that we see. First off, we see Jamie Foxx playing Electro. He is phenomenal. From starting off as the original character Max Dillon, who's like an electrical engineer for Oscorp. He's not all there, to put it bluntly. He played that part of the story amazing, but then he played the villain Electro so well. He was so strong. He wasn't very like fluid, but when he moved, he was like, you almost feel like he was moving with purpose. He did when he had to do like maybe some wire work. He did that well. And just kind of, he was great. Jamie Foxx's Electro was such a good choice. I know a lot of people, when that first announced it, hey, Jamie Foxx is going to play Electro, they were like, what? But he did so well. He brought so much life and depth into this character. Dennis DeHaan, who played Harry Osborn, holy cow, he rocked it. Jamie Foxx even said that, like, watch out for this kid. This actor is going to be something. Dennis DeHaan was amazing. One big thing that I really saw with this was that we saw him back in Chronicle, where he played a teenager who had special powers, and he was brooding, and he kind of, spoiler alert, but he turned into a villain. And in Amazing Spider-Man 2, we see Dennis DeHaan, who is a 20-something with power. But doesn't have like superpower, but he's just power. The fact that he's running Oscorp. I was scared of his character. I was scared of Harry Osborn the moment he stepped on the screen. He had that much power in his character, had that much power in his charisma. Before he finished his first scene, I was afraid of Harry Osborn and what this kid was capable of. He locked in on that Harry Osborn character. He brought up all this brooding emotion, all this everything, and he put it on the screen. He put it out there for us, and it was amazing. Harry Osborn, played by Dennis DeHaan, was awesome. We see Paul Giamatti as Rhino. I really like what they did with him. Let's talk visual effects. I will say this. If you go see this movie in 2D, you are wasting your money. Go see this movie in 3D. Pay the extra $2. Well, I don't know, I want to pay the extra $2. Pay the extra $2. It's more than worth it. Just from the visual graphics that we've seen that they released earlier of like Spider-Man flying through the city, that in 3D will blow your mind. Not to mention the fight scenes, Jamie Foxx and all the electro work and the electricity, and as 3D, this will melt your mind. Everything in this film that's 3D is done super well. The visual effects of this film was just so good. Congratulations to the visual effects team. If you don't win awards for this, whoever decides those awards should stop deciding them. You did amazing. Just Jamie Foxx as a blue man shooting around with electricity and all over his body, and they did a great job of not not it being like The Watchmen with the Blue Man, if you know what I mean. There's none of that. But they did such a good job with just him visual graphics and him kind of teleporting through the electricity and vaporing out, and oh, it's so good. I don't want to give anything away, so I'm just going to say that the story was written very well. There was jokes, there was action sequences, little things here and there that you can pull apart, and that little Easter eggs that you can pick up on. They were done very well. I'm not even the biggest like Spider-Man lore fan, so I'm sure I missed a whole bunch of stuff. But they did very well with this film in the story department. There was nothing bad about this movie. The music of this movie was amazing. Whoever, I have to double check and see who was in charge of the music. I think it was Hans Zimmer was like the composer. The music told the story and everything that was going on, and it flowed so well, and it was just beautifully done. And how they played with like the music and the Tesla coil thing. They did that so well, and just flowing it through the story and weaving it through as things happen. So good. In the credits, people are credited as the Magnificent Six. And I saw that like Pharrell Williams, I think Hans Zimmer was credited that as well. But I want to say that had to do with the music. Because it was so good. It was so magnificent that they did that. And it was just beautiful. And it was just... woo! So good. There was literally nothing bad I can say about this film. It was long, but it didn't feel long. The story, the acting, the directing, the music, the visual effects, everything was awesome. So my final grade for The Amazing Spider-Man is an A+. I don't like giving out A+. I feel like there's 9 times out of 10 there is room for improvement. But this, A+. Go see it. I'll probably go see it at least one more time. But definitely, I would definitely say go see it in 3D, because it is worth every extra penny of your $2. Every extra 200 pennies, every extra whatever your 3D costs wherever you live, go see it in 3D. Do not waste your money and see it in 2D. You lose so much of the visual just amazement. That's it for this week. Thanks for tuning in to Now Showing here on your Daily Fix. I love you guys. Deuces.